Bengaluru-based drone startup Airbound has conducted 700 flights for Narayana Health since January of 2026. It's Runtime, your daily Indian tech white pill, and they've been carrying up to 40 diagnostic samples per flight with a 0 failure rate. And these deliveries take about 10 minutes, and so the system allows labs to receive a continuous flow of fresh samples rather than having to wait for road couriers to arrive, which is obviously a very slow process in any city, but especially in Bengaluru. The level of efficiency that Airbound is bringing to Narayana Health's diagnostic sample logistics is unprecedented, and this pilot has gone so well that they're now planning to establish a permanent aerial corridor between Electronic City and Narayana Health's new hospital in Banashankari. And going forward, Airbound also wants to expand their aerial medical infrastructure to other cities in India, including Kolkata. And in case you aren't familiar with Airbound, they're building highly efficient, zero infrastructure autonomous delivery drones for logistics. And they want to make deliveries so cheap that distance becomes irrelevant. Basically, the idea of getting stuff from point A to point B is no longer a financial question that people ask. Currently, it costs them about 24 rupees for every delivery, but they want to bring that down to below 5 rupees in the future. Airbound came out of stealth in 2024, but it was just a couple of months ago that they started showing off their drone in public. It's called the TRT, by the way, and they actually let me, on my visit to their facility, test out how light it is by conducting this highly scientific and tightly controlled test. And they also announced at the event that I attended this partnership with Narayana Health, and it's very exciting now to see that coming to fruition. Now, looking at the TRT itself, it can handle a payload of 1 kilo. So it's definitely optimized for smaller parcels. It has a range of 40 kilometers, and it's very quiet at 60 decibels, which, of course, noise is a concern even in urban Indian areas. Just listen to this. I recorded this at that event. Listen how quiet this drone is.
We want you to see how quiet this is.
It is so quiet. But let's move on to the next news item here, because this Delhi-based founder just raised 30 crore rupees, that's about $3.2 million, for his Li-Fi startup Velmenni in a pre-series A round led by Pi Ventures, a Bengaluru-based early-stage deep tech VC firm. And yes, you did hear me correctly. I said Li-Fi, not Wi-Fi. And you've probably heard of this technology by now. It's light-based wireless communication. So instead of using radio waves the way that Wi-Fi does, Li-Fi uses light. And because light is faster than radio waves, Li-Fi can actually be up to 10 times faster than Wi-Fi. But Velmenni isn't just focused on Li-Fi. That's just for indoor use. They're also building wireless backhaul infrastructure for 4G and 5G telecommunications operators. And this uses FSO, or free space optics, which allows for data transfer through the open air instead of having to dig trenches and lay expensive fiber optic cables. So here's an example of FSO being used to transfer information over a distance of 56 kilometers. Here's the full distance on the map, and you can see that this is a huge distance being used to communicate information. If you had to lay cables under the ground for this entire distance, it would be extremely expensive. Whereas if you just use FSO, it's significantly more affordable, but FSO isn't just useful for long distances, it can also be used for short distances as well. So here's a spot that looks very similar to a public stairwell very close to where I live. And this is what the current situation on that stairwell looks like. It's a mess, there's wires everywhere, it looks terrible. Now, here's what that could look like with FSO. The red beams are just for visualization, by the way. That's not actually how it would look if FSO were implemented here, but it's a lot cleaner in my opinion. And because this is short distance FSO, you don't really have to worry as much about clouds or fog unless it's really intense, like for example the smog where Velmenni operates out of New Delhi. Then it might actually reduce the amount of information that you can convey to make travel between these terminals, similar to how walls in a house would degrade the quality of a Wi-Fi signal. Also, long-distance FSO signals can degrade due to air temperature, which has a meaningful impact on the efficiency of FSO. So coming back to Velmenni, they've actually been making some great progress since they started in 2014. The journey has been more than a decade at this point, which just shows you how very slow the process of building deep tech actually is. But they've now done multiple successful POCs. They have more than 50 live deployments in India, Southeast Asia, and the United States, and they already have CE certification as well, and they're very close to getting FCC clearance too. All right, next up, India's National Institute of Ocean Technology has successfully tested an indigenous floating LiDAR buoy system. And this happened off the coast of Mattam in Tamil Nadu. And this buoy is actually able to measure wind speed and wind direction, not just at the buoy level, but also up to 300 meters above sea level. And this is in spite of the wave-induced movements that the buoy would be subjected to out in the ocean. They've developed motion compensation algorithms to counteract this. Now, the team at NIOT has had to overcome some pretty big obstacles like the buoy's large data set, which is continuously capturing information, not to mention the buoy requiring a continuous source of power, which is why you can see there are actually multiple solar panels on the body of the buoy itself. Now, there are two main reasons why you would want to build a buoy like this. Firstly, for weather forecasting. You can use this to build more accurate atmospheric and oceanographic models, but then also this data can be used to support offshore wind resource assessment for renewable energy projects too. All right, that is all of the Indian tech news that I have for you all today. And just a quick reminder, these white pills that I'm giving out every single day, they're not free, okay? Now, I don't expect cash per se. That's not the form of payment that I prefer. What I would actually rather you do is leave a comment and let me know what you thought of this video. Positive, negative, I'm open to anything. Any feedback that you have for me, stuff you'd like to see me do here at Runtime, I'd appreciate it. And also, if you're feeling extra generous, if you could share this video with someone that you think might enjoy it, a family member, a friend, a colleague, really anyone who needs a daily Indian tech white pill. Amidst all of the black pills, right, that we're getting on social media, we're getting tons of black pills. We're getting lots of information about politics and conflict and infrastructure crumbling, right? I'm partially responsible for some of that content too on my personal socials, but here at Runtime, it's all daily Indian tech white pills. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.